one thing is being willing to be disliked, and to not say, oh, these people are good people, they want to help the world situation, and then all of a sudden not paying attention to that they're treating everybody around them like shit. Because I think that people in the first 5 minutes that you meet, Mayor, they're going to show their hand. It's when you're sitting there like, oh, you got dreadlocks like me. You're a good person type stuff, and then you're mostly talking about outside forces and paying attention to other people. You're not paying attention to, oh, this person's really mean to the waitress. This person's this. They're not paying attention because you're so focused on the project, or you're so focused on the money you're going to make. You're so focused on a lot of things that you're not seeing that this person has poor character.
Yeah, tunnel vision.
For sure, because there's like lots of projects that I really wanted to get involved in, but I'm like, this person is showing signs of being evil. Or a lot of hippies that don't care about money. Once you start talking about money, all of a sudden they care about money more than a lot of corporate people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or I learned that.
I feel like that was like one of the reasons why I left my last job, was for that exact reason. Because, the owners, they're really amazing people. They have all their values are in order, and then stakeholders, they took over kind of, and only focus on the profit, and the focus became so much on the profit that everything was dissolving internally, and there was nothing I could do. I was such at a low position. Like even though I was friends with the owners before I joined the company, I didn't feel comfortable saying anything. I just needed to take care of myself and find something new.
For sure. There's you ever heard the story of the golden goose, the goose that laid the golden egg?
Yep.
So I'm going to tell it for the audience, for those that haven't heard. So yeah, the farmer has this goose. Goose is laying one golden egg a day, and then the farmer gets greedy, and he decides to kill the goose so he can get all the eggs out of the goose. So I don't think of greed as just profit. Greed can be, oh, Jordan's showing promise on this project. He's going to be a leader. Why don't I start talking shit behind Jordan's back so everybody thinks that Jordan's stupid, and then they're not going to listen to him, so that he's not going to be able to go up the place. So when a hippie says that they love the planet and they want to do stuff, but they're not able to get out of the way enough that that somebody wants to show promise, and they're doing it, it's the same greed to me.
Yeah, I agree.
And sometimes we get lost in that because we're like, and those hurt more than the money ones, because a lot of in business they don't hide it as much. But when you're hippies are like, oh, love type stuff, and you're like, oh, your back's hurting, well, let me give you a massage and everything. Like,
yeah,
they're doing like,
yeah.
There's all that stuff, and then there's lots of vulnerability shared, but a lot of them are just doing that stuff so they can find holes, chinks in your armor.
Yeah, I started getting involved in kind of a neo-hippie community over here, and I was noticing the same thing. Like, they were kind of hiding, like they're conscious of their shadows and they're conscious of their ego and wanting to heal and all this stuff. However, I felt like everything was just so stagnant. I was going crazy over there. Like, you're not helping yourself. You're just staying in the same spot. You're not helping anyone around you. And you're not hurting anybody, but you're not helping yourself.
Yeah, for sure. And even though they're all about you putting things in front of you and doing it, they don't want to see that. I'm sure you said that to a lot of people, and they're just pushing it away type stuff. I'm generalizing, which isn't always totally healthy. And people that are listening in the audience
like
have to just
the minority
people are doing.
of those people is kind of what I say, because majority of them, I still hang out with these people. They're doing amazing things in the community. They're activists.
For sure.
They're doing slam poetry. They're living their dream, and it shines.
Yeah, for sure. And also I was attracting that person, like so some of those people that I had mentioned, it was a blessing in disguise, because some of the hell I went through with some of these people, it made me be aware to be able to notice stuff. For a time I had to heal my PTSD, because I was just like, I didn't want to do projects with anybody, because I would just like overreact to people when they're doing like little stuff. Now it's like I notice patterns, and then I just find an exit door, or I just keep on telling the truth on something, and then I find out like, okay, around the corner, they're not going to be able to handle the proper criticism for something, because a lot of times it's not the crime, it's the covering up of the crime.
Yeah, and then lies on top of lies on top of lies. They're too hard to keep track of, and you tumble to the bottom.
100%. So I use this analogy, and this is one thing that helped me when people didn't want to do projects with me in the past. I picked up a poo dollar. You know what a poo dollar is?
No, don't.
Somebody, thank God you don't know what this is. Somebody shits, and then they put it in a dollar, and then they put it on the ground so you pick it up. So I picked up this dollar and got poo on my hand, and then I immediately did a video online that I said I'm going to continue to take a risk of picking up dollars like that. That's opportunities. That's being vulnerable to talk to somebody that could be a relationship that will do that. I'm not going to give up because I picked up a poo dollar this one time. I might give it a little look more before I just pick up a dollar like that that's on the ground to a certain extent, because I'm not going to be like a turtle. I'm a turtle. I'm going to continue to stick my neck out. I'm not going to put it in my shell because I picked up a poo dollar once.